where you put your attention always determines the outcome. So you have a choice to say, oh, woe's me, and that's going to determine a certain outcome, or to say, okay, I'm going to show up anyway.
A good motivator for me has always been more the fear of failure than the desire for success, if you like. When JP and I climbed Kilimanjaro, there was plenty of times I could have given up. And having gone up there, I'd raised quite a lot of money for charity, and there've been quite a few people that told me that I was never going to make it to the top. And for the first kind of 5 days of doing it, anytime I was pissed off and thinking, oh God, I want to go home, and thinking, no, I can't go home. There's 25, 30 grand or whatever of people who've put their hand in the pocket for charitable donations. I've got to do this for them. I can't go home. And then on the last day, the actual summit itself was the most unbelievably horrific experience of my life. And it was supposed to be six hours of torture, and it was 9 hours of undescribable torture. And
it was like hell on earth.
So again, it was
hell on earth.
Hell on earth. And I was coughing, I was puking, I was crying, I was crawling. I got to the point where I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll pay all the charity people back myself. I am turning back. And then I thought, no, Paul Snook told me I couldn't get up to the top of this mountain. and for me, I had two things. I thought there was no way I could let Paul Snook have the satisfaction of knowing I didn't get to the top of the mountain. And then I also thought, I don't want anyone ever to be able to say to Harley, your dad was the guy who didn't get up the mountain. Because I thought she's getting to the age where she probably gets a bit of a ribbon at school as it is for some of the stuff I do. I thought, well, that is what it is. I can't change that. But the one thing I can change is that no one will ever be able to take the piss out of her for the fact that her dad never got to the top of the Kilimanjaro. You just need to find what it is that works for you, is all I can say. Not eloquently put like JP would, but it is what it is. If you want to do something, you just got to do it.
Well, I'll try and summarize it eloquently. That is actually a very powerful psychological skill that Matt has as his nature, and it's called attention control. And it's something that I talk about in my book. This is actually something that's practiced in psychology with athletes and high-performing business people, is getting them to understand that you've got to be very conscious about where you put your attention. And even if it means, saying, oh, I'm going to prove them wrong, or, I'm going to focus on wealth because I don't believe I was born to be poor or something, we always have a choice. We always have a choice. You cannot control the economy, the government. We've tried, right? It doesn't work. You cannot control COVID, but what you can always control in any moment of your day, regardless of your circumstances, is where you choose to put your attention. And if you've ever played sport, tennis, for example, right? Where you put your attention determines where the ball goes. It's that simple. Where you put your attention in golf determines where the ball goes. Where you put your attention in soccer, where you put your attention always determines the outcome. So you have a choice to say, oh, woe's me, and that's going to determine a certain outcome, or to say, okay, I'm going to show up anyway.